Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Woo child. I'll tell you one thing. I'm in the haterverse, so I can say woo child like that. I'm with the hater. I'm with Mr. Troy Star Terrain. He put a battery in my back for me to do this show. So god damn it, I'm gonna do it. Still got stuff to do. I had to restart the goddamn broadcast because YouTube runs out of juice if you do the work too early. You have to do it within a certain time frame. It's goofy. But I'm here and I'm alive and I'm feeling well. I had my chicken and waffles this morning. Hadn't had anything else to eat. I'm fasting. I feel good about myself. All gravy. I get $160 today. $160 to go. I'm gonna do different my different advertising. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. So all right, we're in the building. What are we talking about? Talking about Katt Williams' interview with the Shay Shay. What is it? It's not the club. It's the Club Shay Shay. Excuse me, Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp, who's an excellent interviewer. I have to give him his props. He's an excellent interviewer. Katt Williams just runs his mouth. He's just running his mouth, and Shannon Sharp is just like, bro, my whole self, my individual self. Katt Williams is making me laugh since at least 2002. At least I think 2002, 2003, when he had his different, and maybe 2004, 2005. I don't know. Maybe a little later. Could be 2004, 2005. Definitely by 2006, 2007, when he was doing It's Pimpin' and his HBO specials and voicing a pimp named Slickback on the Boondocks. He did an excellent job voice acting. So, you can't deny his talent. He has tremendous talent. Katt Williams definitely brings the goods. And he's laying it all out on Shannon Sharp, all on the table. He's letting everything out. And it's not the alcohol. He's not like he's just running out the mouth just because, well, Steve Harvey can't tell a joke. And he's not doing anything. He's very clear. He's very conscious. He's very subdued. Hey, Black Cuddy checking in. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, Greg S. You gotta be that's a joke right there. That's a joke right there. Happy New Year, Black Cuddy. Tens and 20s now accepted. So, yes, Greg S tells the truth. I can't agree with you on his pimping. They were hilarious. His pimping specials, hilarious. I was dying. Even at the Michael Jackson part, I was like, oh man, he's going at Mike. But he was telling it like it is. He's got 7, according to Wikipedia, he's got 7 adopted kids. Apparently, in the interview, he says he's got 5 girls and 5 boys. He has 1 biological son, but the rest are all adopted. And they're grown now. I think they're like 18, 19 years old now, in their teens or maybe early 20s. So if you have any kind of inclination of whether Katt Williams isn't the real deal and the truth, you have to check out his specials. You have to check out the reason why he is so vehement when it comes to talking about other comedians and the reality behind the business. He says this is a business. He says that literally. This is a business. It's the business of show, not show business. That's why they had strikes all last year, because they don't understand the dynamics of the business. They said, oh, we just got to go on strike. We just got to go on strike. I want to see the CEOs on strike. I want to see the gatekeepers. I want to see the real executives, not just the creatives, I want to see them on strike for once. It'd be a scene like out of Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. Ayn Rand wrote that book because she knew, beyond anything that the producers, and I mean this in the sense of makers, builders, movers, shakers, not just film producers or movie or music producers. I mean anyone that creates, anyone who builds, they are the real ones behind all of it. Because it's great to have a screenplay, it's great to have a joke, it's great to have a TV program in your mind and on a piece of paper, but you don't have the lights on. You don't have, the book isn't written, it isn't published, a movie isn't produced, an album isn't produced until the money is there. And they are the reason why the money is there. The CEOs and the gatekeepers and people like that, the actual atlases that perform all those different issues. Beth Hennessy. All right, hi, it's Beth. Hey, Beth. Nice to have you here. I do this to everybody that's new. Don't think this is, something I'm just going on for you. Happy New Year. And where's my your donation for me? That's the first words I say to you, Beth. Thank you for chiming in. Joey, I appreciate you. I think you brought her on. That's what I mean to do. Bring other people onto this platform, help it grow, help it get larger, help it blow up. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on my Katt Williams stuff right now. I'm about to take a shot. I'm about to take a shot right now. This is vodka. No, it's not. It's water. I'm just kidding. You know a nigga can't drink with his crazies. I take drugs every day to help my brain keep in order. I can't take alcohol. Now, when I'm like 90s, 80s, 90s, 100s, then I'm gonna start doing everything. I'm gonna take PCP. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the dust. I'm gonna do water. I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do. Everybody. We. I'm gonna do bumps off of older women off their necks. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm currently accepting tens and 20s. That's the reality it is. And then like Katt Williams was saying, it's a business. This is all business. It's about getting that Skrilla, getting that money. That's what this whole thing is about. Don't let it get confused. It's like, oh, that's my favorite movie. That's my favorite movie. Oh, great. Great. People do research on you. They bring you into a room and say, what characters did you like? What was the writing like? What was the directing? What was the lighting like? What did you enjoy about the story? And they have focus groups all over the country that test what the public wants. Sadly, they want to know what the public wants instead of what the art needs to be. That's what the sad part is. I'm down to one person viewings and I have 4 likes. I'm not mad. I just need the likes. Y'all can come in and go out all you want. I got 2 people in here now, but I salute you and thank you, Beth, for chiming in. Salute to you. And where's my I do this with everybody else. Everybody that comes in, the first person, if you're the first time in here, where's that donation? Where's the donation for me? Happy New Year. And where's your donation for me? That's what she got. All right. So Katt Williams not playing around. He's definitely taking aim, especially at Rickey Smiley. Especially at Rickey Smiley. He's definitely taking aim at him. So if you don't know, now you know. Rickey Smiley is going on a tear. He went at Rickey first. Oh yeah, he went went double time on Rickey. He went double time on Rickey Smiley, saying he's a Christian. Is the weird world of faith and commerce and entertainment and everything, because Rickey Smiley does cuss. I don't understand why Katt Williams said, he might have changed it. He might have said, later on. But I remember he used to say, on radio, he used to say MFer. He on a prank show. He had a prank show on phone jacks. He had with Roy Wood Jr. He had the different phone jacks with, and also Uncle what was nephew Tommy. So I don't understand that part when Katt Williams said that. That really didn't, that navigated me in a different direction, because that's what I've known him for. He doesn't like, he's not, all over the place and says it all the time, but he does cuss, or he did cuss, and he has a Christian fan base. And he was talking about how men of color can't play a man to save their life. They have to dress up like women to get their true self to come out and let it be known who they really are. Yes. let it be known what the difference is between a man and a woman. So he has a rider, RIDER, in his contract. It says that any movie that he plays with Rickey Smiley, Rickey Smiley has to wear a dress. Now I'm just gonna take that as a fact, because I looked up the term rider, and that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what happened. They went from next Friday to first Sunday. He went from Friday to Sunday, but and he was wearing a dress. Rickey Smiley was wearing a dress. So that's the beautiful mark about all this. So I think that there's a bit of confusion and a bit of contention, amongst the ranks of the different Hollywood comedians. I like what Katt Williams said about Owen. I always forget his name. Is it Owen Wilson? No, it's not Owen Wilson. Some Owens. Gary Owens. He's white, and he hasn't even crossed over yet. He's still doing, small gigs, and definitely, some. I don't mean small gigs. I'm talking about in relation to like a Netflix special or something like that. He's still touring. He's still doing shows. He's still doing stuff like that. But he's not like a huge name. Gary Owens is not, Kevin Hart or something like that. Chris Rock, Katt Williams. He's not that huge star, and he's white, because his white, audience is looking for, Patton Oswalt, or now Louis C.K. is back. Those are the white audiences, and they're are looking for that kind of comedy. It's a different brand of comedy. So, but he mainly has a black sensibility, even though he's a white man. He has a sensibility that says that he's a part of the African American culture, I should say. It's bigger than just the music and the movies. It's the entire culture of black experience, the black experience. So what Katt Williams is doing is just laying it all out, either breaking friendships or making enemies or something. I don't know what he's doing. He called him out. He called out Steve Harvey. He said that he was at a challenge. There was a comedy like almost like a battle for 10,000 in front of 10,000 people, and he told this is like years ago, before Steve Harvey chopped all his hair off. But he said to the crowd, that's not that's a wig. That's not his real hair. You're actually bald. And that was like the coup de grace. That was like the major finishing point that put a dead end to Steve Harvey's career with his hair. He now plays with the bald head. He doesn't play with the hair or anything anymore. So just to realize that, just to see that in motion is amazing. Katt Williams is just a force to be reckoned with. And Shannon Sharpe, I have to give him the utmost respect. he is a great man for sitting down with people and letting them talk, letting them say. And see, Katt Williams was like sidelining or kind of like going at Shannon Sharp a little bit. Well, he's saying, well, you should have asked him this, and you sat up there and you told him that, and he's like that, and he's just like, right, he's just like, what's he gonna say, But he just was saying, he was just airing out his grievances mainly. Katt Williams, he didn't have a problem with Shannon Sharp, and he said to his face, he only takes the big names like the late great Larry King and stuff like that. Only the huge names, and Shannon Sharp obviously has, because whoo, if you look at the numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy. He has 1 million viewers. The broadcast came on 4 hours ago, and ours has 339,308 views 4 hours ago. That is tremendous. That is beyond, comprehension in a way. I don't even have that. Yeah, so he's definitely doing his thing. He's definitely, putting it down for the get down. That's what I was talking about, Greg S. He was sneak dissing. He was definitely sneak dissing on his own show. Katt Williams is a troll. Katt Williams is a troll. He was trolling his own interviewer. He made it a problem. He made it an issue. He put it on, he put it on, he put him on Front Street a lot. But Shannon Sharp was just professional. He didn't say, oh, what I meant to say, oh, I was going to say, but if I tried to say, he wasn't even saying all that mainly. And he might have got a few times in when he said that. But for the most part, he was just taking it. He was like, all right. Like he was like setting up for the next interview, to make sure it is. Because he interviewed previously Rickey, Smiley, and Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer on Shannon Sharp's show. And Shannon Sharp interviewed all these comedians, and they they said all these things, and Katt Williams is like, no, that's not the truth. That's not reality. I'm the authentic comedian. He's an Emmy Award winner. He won for Atlanta, Alligator Man. He was the Alligator Man. He did an excellent job. Great performance. Excellent performance. And just one episode. He just did one episode, and that was it. Well, he did a few more episodes. I'm saying the one episode of that season, I think he came back a few seasons later. But that season, he was he was the Alligator Man, He did an excellent job. But yeah, so Shannon Sharp just took it all, just right, like just like that. He was very much in that frame of mind. So I think that's important to be said, that he took it on. He didn't take it on the chin, but Katt Williams dropped some bombs. He drops the Harvey Weinstein thing was a bomb. That was a bomb. He said he was gonna S his D, fillet him. But blow the bagpipes and B flat, play the skin flute. But he did not. He was like, no. That's not that kind of party. That's not how we get down. So he said that, and he said there were 3 more black guys behind him, and he said, what did he ask them? Did he ask them the same thing? So all in all, so far, a great interview. I just read the articles, and said, about the different comedians that Katt Williams has slayed. And maybe I'll get back to you on when I finish it. I'll give a short recap. But I wanted to get on to this extra topic that has little to nothing to do with, well, it still has to do with entertainment. It's the fact that, okay, Keith is in here. He doesn't have no money for me, but Keith, if you can just get one person in here. Oh, he got somebody in here. He got Beth in here. She didn't give me no money. And you don't have to give me any money either, but just make sure you get like 6 or 7 people, but not 8 people, to know about me. Lead them to this show. You spell my name all crazy. You must be on some sake. You must be sipping sake. It's not sake, it's sake. But Happy New Year. I know it's been New Year since a few hours ago where you are. You still spell my name wrong. It's Skyler, just like it looks. Not Skylar, Skyler. Skyler, my friend. Come on. Now, accepting. Yeah, you better laugh. I'm just putting 10s and 20s, so I have to put that in here. I know you're not going to put up the money. You haven't put up money ever since my inception, so I can definitely understand. But I have to talk about this toxic masculinity. We just talked about Harvey Weinstein, abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, all kinds of different abuses. It's going down in the shows. One of my favorite shows this season is Fargo, and they're trying to make me hate John Hamm for some reason. He's doing a hell of a job. He's probably going to win an Emmy. I don't see him not winning an Emmy, but he's a terrible, horrible person. He was a terrible, horrible person in Mad Men, but he had redeeming qualities. This person has no redeeming qualities. He's just a terrible, horrible person. His role. Let me see. So they're trying to make me hate him. I don't know why. Still trying to figure it out. Roy Tillman, that's his name. His name is Roy Tillman. He's supposed to be a sheriff, but he's a horrible sheriff. He's a horrible person. He's a murderer. I'm not going to tell you who he murdered. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But I've been watching the series since the beginning of this season. I watched last season and I think a little bit of the season before, but I saw the season with Chris Rock and Jesse Buckley. So yeah, I was definitely impressed with that, the storylines and the different ways. But yeah, so physical abuse we have to talk about. I mean, even with black culture, black movies, Color Purple, physical abuse, Mister. It goes down the line. We have so many other. You have Sparkle. You have the Five Heartbeats. You have all kinds of different movies. What's love got to do with it? The crowning achievement of all black masculinity and toxicity wrapped up into one movie. They still make fun of it. They still say, "Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. Eat the cake, anime." In every rap song, you say, "I beat it. I whip it like anime. I whip it like I beat it like anime. I whip it like anime." It's the same thing over and over. We make haha jokes and stuff like that, but it's a serious thing. And it's more serious when it's a black issue, but it's equally as pernicious and evil with white or any other nationality or race. So I strongly suggest that you do it, and they give you a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. This particular episode features scenes of domestic violence. If you are, or if you know anyone that is experiencing this, call this number. Like that 30, 40 years ago, they wouldn't even have shown that. They wouldn't even have put that in the credits or anything. It would have just been a Lifetime movie. Greg S. Oh, Greg S. Definitely has a quote for me. He says, "I always learn something coming here, even though you're on the dust sometimes. I'm never on the dust, sir. First of all, you got rid of me saying I'm a Dominican, which is no, disgrace or no, disclaimer or nothing against the Dominicans. I'm just not Dominican. But I'm never on the dust. I never have tried any kind of narcotics ever in my life, ever. So you can live with that. Yeah, so Fargo, excellent writing, excellent direction, excellent pacing, great music, great show, but it's just weird. It's the amount of hitting. I don't mean to use the term. I don't mean to use the phrase hitting over the head, but no. That's I don't even know how that would make sense. Whip it like anime. How do you whip anime? It's anime. Anime Bullock, Tina Turner, the late great Queen of rock and roll. God damn it, Queen of rock and roll. All right, so there's that. So we have to give that. Wow, mind blown. Wow, that's what I do. See, that's why I do this. I do this. This is nothing to me. Difficult takes a day. Impossible takes a week. I do this in my sleep. Okay? Who said that? Who said that? Who had those bars? Who dropped those bars? Can you name that person who dropped those bars? I bet you can. Now you deserve a donation. Now I deserve a donation. Yeah. It's been almost a damn near year, and now he's saying I deserve a donation, but I'm not going to get it. Or something crazy. Beanie Siegel. Oh my God. Mystical. Oh my God. You're spelling names wrong all over the place. Oh my God. You're closer with Beanie Siegel, though. It's your boy. I'll give those hints. Those are the only hints I'm dropping. But yeah, Fargo goes hard. It's a series. It's a whole series of this woman. Okay, now you're just going off on the rails. That's that's Jadakiss. That's a different laugh. Gotta watch Fargo. It's excellent, filmmaking all around. But I just can't stand the fact that we have to have. Yes, Greg S finally has it. It's Jay-Z, Hova, the number one. So yeah, definitely look into that. Look into Fargo. Look into. I want to see the Color Purple. I saw the Color Purple movie. I never read the novel. I saw it on Broadway, and I'm going to see the movie. I'm going to see the film. See what it's like. I got 5 people in here with 5 likes. We're rolling. We're jumping. We're bouncing. We're doing the damn thing. So if you just take the time to watch the entire show, it features various examples of physical abuse in a domestic setting. So that's one thing you have to check for. That's one thing you definitely have to realize is the fact that there's got 6 likes. I'm not mad at that. It's 5 people but 6 likes. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. But yeah. So this is an excellent series. It's full of gore and humdingers. Like it's this Midwestern sensibility. Really nice and on the outside. I mean, it's been since the film in 1996, and that's another thing too. They always say, "Oh, well, why they got to keep remaking the shows over and over? They got to keep making Color Purple over and over and over and over." They had the novel, they had the movie, they had the Broadway musical. Now they need the film musical. What is going on? White people make the same movie over and over and over too. Same book, same TV show, same movies. What do you think the MCU is? Started with graphic novels, as they call them, or comic books, and they have sequels, they have prequels, they have all kinds of different vehicles that correspond to the storyline. They change up the storyline. They take out characters. They add characters. Same thing with DC. DC the same thing. Graphic novels, not comic books. As some people would say. Yeah, Fargo was a good movie. I finally watched the movie Fargo, and it's an excellent movie. Let me look up her name. It's something McDormand. McDormand. Frances McDormand. Frances McDormand is a hell of an actress. William C. Hold on, what was it? Hold on. What's his name? William H. Macy. That's what I was trying to say. William H. Macy is a hell of an actor. Steve Buscemi is excellent in it. And look, that's another example. Fargo. Fargo was a movie back in '96. Now it's a TV series. Then what's it going to be? Another movie? Is it going to be a musical? Is it going to be on ice? That's how you. This is a business of entertainment. This is a business of show. The money, the dollars. We got to create more. Did it work before? No. Let's try it again. Did it work again? No. Let's try it again. Did it work before? Yeah, it definitely did. Is it going to work now? Definitely. A hell of a lot more. They're still trying to make another version of Scarface. Scarface, the original, came out in the 30s, I think. With oh God, what's his name? Excuse me. God damn it. It's so Scarface. I'm trying to think of this, the original Scarface. I'm trying to see original. My computer's slowing down a little bit. All right, here we go. Original Scarface. Made in 1932, featuring. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Scarface had okay. It's also Scarface. Scarface, the shame of the nation, the shame of the nation of a nation. I'm trying to find another one. There's how many Scarfaces are there? I'll give you this. This one is on Wikipedia. After the rights for Scarface were obtained after the death of Howard Hughes, Brian De Palma released a remake of the film in 1983 featuring Al Pacino and Scarface. The film was set in contemporary 1980s Miami in the Hispanic underworld and is known for its inclusion of graphic violence and obscene language considered as violent and obscene for the 1980s. As for the original film was considered for 1930 cinema, the 2003 DVD anniversary edition limited edition box set of the 1983 film includes its 1932 counterpart. At the end of the 1983 film, a title reading, "The film is dedicated to Howard Hawks and Ben Heck," appears over the final shot. Okay. Universal announced in 2011 that the studio is developing a new version of Scarface. The studio claims that the new film is neither a sequel nor a remake, but will take elements from both the 1932 and 1983 version, including the basic premise of a man who becomes a kingpin in his quest for the American dream. It's said to be shot by Antoine Fuqua, who he directed he directed Training Day. Some people have been attached to it, but no, not anymore. But I'm going off a little off script, but I'm still saying the same thing. It's about the music bit. It's about the business. Yeah, but I mean that's a different kind of abuse. That I guess that would be constituted as domestic abuse in a way. Kathy Bates' character, she won the Oscar for that. But you know, it's weird. It's a weird situation. It's a totally different, kind of thought, that goes into it. It's a weird way of expanding into what it means to be, you know, a toxic male, and how they, like I've said, they had all the remakes. They had, the Color Purple and Fargo are beautiful examples of that. And they even had some kind of commune or something like that in the past episode, where all these women get together and they try to release their stress and living on a commune. Everybody's name is Linda, and they say, "Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda." And it's like, it's real goofy and real weird, but it works. It makes you, like, immerse yourself in the story. You're very, I said on Threads that Noah Hawley, he writes with verve and purpose, because he does. It's a lively and, like, pointed and everything is done on purpose. He does everything. Nothing is accidental. That's what I can at least respect about Fargo. Nothing seems to be, like, out of place, or completely divorced from the story. And the story just happens to be John Hamm. You're wanting, like, you don't have any love for him at all. In Mad Men, you're kind of like, oh, well, he's tortured. Oh, they have to show that in movies and TV shows. He's complex. He's a great addict, Zach, but he has a double life with another woman, and he has all these issues and hangups, and he stole his identity. Well, maybe I shouldn't go that far, but see Mad Men. John Hamm's greatest work, I think. He's been in other movies. He was in Top Gun, Maverick. He was in a few other films, and he has voice acting credits as well. But that's his top, what he's most known for is his initial. Well, I don't know if it's his initial, but his main appearance as Dick Whitman, aka Don Draper. So check that out. Check out Mad Men as well. They're probably gonna have Mad Men on ice. They're gonna have Breaking Bad allegedly on ice. They did like 2 or 3. They had Breaking Bad, then they had El Camino. Well, they had Better Call Saul, then El Camino. So yeah, I got that, Keith. Thanks. Yeah, I'm right there with you. You said that already. I understand what you were saying before, but yeah. So send me some yen. If you send me some yen, and then we'll be straight. We can convert that into dollars. Send me some yen. While you're sipping your sake. Excuse me, I said it wrong. It's sake. While you're sipping your sake, send me some yen, and we'll be square. But yeah, so I want to see more female abuse, because there are females that abuse. Females abuse men. They don't show that in TV and movies that much. And if it's something that's like Misery, it's like over the top, has to be a complete psychopath, can't just be a housewife that gets mad at her husband and beats him over the head with, one of those bread rollers, or what are they called? Those rolling pins. Is that what they are? A rolling pin? Is that what they? Let me make sure I know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, rolling pin. See if he, just takes a couple of rounds over the head. They never show. They hardly show that. They show that infrequently. It's mainly the man against the woman. But the sad part about it is this woman is very strong. She's very strong-willed. She has the ability for self-preservation. She definitely takes care of her child. She has a double life. There's another thing with the double life. She's one person and she's not. She's Dorothy Dot Lyon, and then she's Nadine. It's kind of weird, but the actress Juno Temple is excellent. She could win an award for her portrayal. They do excellent performances. I have to give them that, but It's just that toxic masculinity. Where's the toxic femininity? How come that isn't hardly discussed? Toxic femininity. The kind you have to defend yourself, not to fight, to initiate physical force, but to engage in self-defense. That's what I'm arguing for. The male in a story, in a show, is going to fight for himself on his own terms to be who he is and what he needs to do. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's so goofy about Hollywood. I think it's starting to get cleaned up though. The Harvey Weinsteins are no longer around. The different people like that are getting cast out. After the Me Too movement blew up in 2017, I mean that was just like that was it. Cosby got out. That was monumental, I think. And even the males, I guess it's male on male too. And the honey set, for the homosexual males, Kevin Spacey, he comes out like a coward to me. If you come out of the closet and you say you're gay, salute to you. You're being honest with yourself. You're telling yourself. It's a cliche, but you're living your truth. That's all right with me. I'm all aboard. But Kevin Spacey kind of did this in a roundabout way. He got accused of sexual improprieties or inappropriateness, and he came out and said, well, I'm gay, so don't look at me as that. And they snatched all his TV shows away, snatched all his movies away. Definitely the dollar, Kevin, sorry, that's my bad. Keith, I'm about $1. What the F is a yen? I'm about $1.20 to be exact. So Fargo goes hard. I mean, they show you the most graphic, brutal scenes, and then they have that, boy, gosh, golly, oh, for Pete's sake, the dialogue in the way that people interact is this, very Midwestern kind of hokey, kind of like folksy and nice, and I'm gonna no you go, no you go, no you go kind of thing. Like it's a very strange thing, and then you see somebody getting shot in the stomach, and blood spurting out and everything like that. It's like a wake up. It's like whoa, you throw ice water on your face. It's a totally different kind of feel. But yeah, I don't need the yen. I don't need the pound or the Bitcoin. I need the dollar. I need the money. I need the cash. I can't pay my bills with Bitcoin that I know of, and I don't want the taxes that go with Bitcoin. I know for a fact that Cash App doesn't have to. They don't check you for taxes. So, holla at your boy. So, Fargo is definitely highly recommended. I want to say Color Purple. I've seen the film The Color Purple. I mean, and that just shows toxic black masculinity and physical abuse, and just psychological abuse as well. Just not even physical, just psychological. And Fargo, it has that kind of psychological appeal too. It brings you to a mental side of a woman who has to live in two worlds. She apparently had this husband, John Hamm's character, Tillman, and he wants her to be his wife and still or something like that. He wants to control her and keep her locked down, literally. But he doesn't have the brain power. He doesn't have the intelligence. His character doesn't have the intelligence to have that. But his previous intelligence, in his character, and that made him famous, Don Draper, he definitely had it. He was very smart and suave and manly, and those are the attributes that you want to see in a hero. But he was an anti-hero, just like most other heroes. Even I'm guilty of making anti-heroes, but my guy that I'm going to be pointing out is he's actually a historical figure. So you're obviously going to have issues with people being not the complete self and not the complete person. As a complete hero, they're going to have flaws. They're going to have different like that. I want to get to a point where I do have a flawless hero. I think I've already written him, but it just has to get published. Yeah, so I think that Fargo goes hard. The movie Color Purple goes hard. I want the musical goes hard, and that went on from Broadway in 2006 to the mid 2000s. I think that's very important to show that, to make that noticeable. Because that's what we are right now. We're all full of anti-heroes. We can't have a full-fledged, virtuous human being, complete human being, complete, unblemished in art. I'm saying in art. You can't have something like that. Someone you can look up to completely. Not just, oh, well, we have to, set aside his flaws. He's actually, better than that. He's actually a good person on the inside. You have to make it warm and gushy. But Greg says pause. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's the idea behind all these vehicles, these different movies. And how about we make another movie about black masculinity and toxicity? Why don't we make another show about just white toxic masculinity and toxicity? And is that the reason why? Is there like some statistical way that they're doing this? Is that why they're showing it? That there are actually women who are battered and beaten. I know there are. Of course there are, but has there been an uptick? Has there been an increase of women who have been thrown down on the floor and put their ear, somebody put a boot to their head and stomped their ears together? Is this what's going on now? Or has this always been the case since day one of humanity? I mean, obviously, masculine, men have been bigger, stronger, faster than women just by nature. And of course, you have transgender, and then they can become, big, strong, and fast, women, and I'm okay with that. I have no problems with transgenders. Don't get me started out here. If you want to be a transgender, as long as you got a mind, just like the Jeopardy. I can't remember her name. Let me look over her name. Jeopardy. Amy Schneider. Amy Schneider is a woman. I don't give a damn about if he wanted to be a she wanted to be a he. They're transgender and they have a brain. They still have a human brain, a mind, a thought processor. I might have to trademark that. Mickey Mouse has just been untrademarked. It fell out of trademark and into the public domain. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you can just sell Mickey Mouse on the street just after 100 years. I think that's the thing. 100 years of Disney, 100 years of Mickey Mouse. And that's what happens, after that time period expires. But I'm going to wrap up with this. I'm going to wrap up with, the toxic masculinity, either black, white, or in between. It's all got to, phase out one day. But it has to phase out in reality, I think, first. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that came in. Of course, Angie Cooper, who dropped $10 on my head.